So for the deck of the week this week, I'm going to keep with the partner theme. Also, a viewer asked me about Sidar Kondo and why is he so good, and so I decided to pull out the old Tymna Sidar deck. I haven't seen this a lot lately. A lot of people have switched to Tymna Chrome for whatever reason. It gives them blue, I guess. But this is like an Abzan aggro and disruption kind of deck, and it's a pretty cool deck. This one I pulled from a 5.0 list, but it's been like a week since it's had a 5.0. So and then, so Tymna is obviously the pivotal part of the deck. You want to draw a bunch of cards. There's other things like Dark Confident and Sylvan Library and stuff like that. So you want to really get a card advantage engine running, and Sidar helps facilitate the Tymna by making your creatures unblockable. Because I mean, his body, he's a 2/5, so the 5 rear end is actually really relevant. He makes him pretty hard to kill. The flanking, I don't know if it really ever comes up, but it can. You can't block it with Brea tokens or whatever. And but mostly it's just the ability that your creatures your opponent control, if they don't have flying or reach, they can't block anything you have with 2 power or less, and most of your creatures have 2 power or less. So it's a good card advantage engine. You've got a lot of good disruption. You've got Winter Orb, Armageddon, Tanglewire, Thalia, and the other Thalia, and Vryn Wingmare, and Thorn of Amethyst. I'm a little confused by the Kataki in a deck with so many artifacts, but I mean, it's probably pretty good against Brea, and then you just don't play all the artifacts. So this is just the way the list was, and Kataki was in it, and I'm a little confused by that one. But other than that, there's just a lot of disruption, some aggro. It's not nearly as aggro as the deck I played on Saturday, the Bruce Tarl and Rayon deck, because it just doesn't have as big of creatures, because you're trying to get that 2 or less. And you've got a lot more disruption, and so there's not as much removal either. There's still a little bit of removal, but the Bruce Taro Rayon deck was very removal heavy. This one is lighter on the removal. It's got a lot more disruption. You want to just keep your opponents from casting spells in the first place and those kind of things. So let's give it a try. Alright, got match 1. We're on the play. There's my preview pane. Haven't really looked at this hand yet. What are we playing against? Teferi and Quantum Eraser. Can really slow him down with the Tanglewire if we get to it. Let's keep this. Do we do the Revoker? Yeah, it seems fine. We have the opening now. And we got the Mother of Runes to protect it. Crucible doesn't do anything right now. Lotus Cobra doesn't do a lot either right now. Maybe in another turn. I think, based on what's in my hand, I think I go for Tymna. Oh wow, that's a lot of mana all at once. We could Lotus Cobra and Avacyn's Pilgrim. Is that better than Tymna? Because Tymna's probably getting countered. Do we attack first? Let's play the land, attack first. I shouldn't have played the land because of how Lotus Cobra works. What are you doing here? I'll flash an insight for 2? Okay. So we mostly just have to worry about mass bounce. Alright. Oh, I can't play both of these. I can play one now and then the next one next turn. Kinda, would it? Maybe. Maybe not. I gotta tap down 3 things. So I need to draw a land to play the Thorn next turn. I think we still play the Tangle Wire. He can't daze it. He can force it. Can still cast instants. Alright. Oh yeah, we can tap down the Tangle Wire. Alright, you got an opt. We want this one first, fading second. Okay. I should have kept the Mana Confluence. Next turn I can tap the Tangle Wire and the Thorn. And that's it. He has to pay an extra mana? That's awesome. Alright. For 0? Is that a mistake? Oh, he couldn't. That's cause so we can tap it next turn. We want this one first. Unfortunately, I can't hit this capture. I can hit his regular hand, or I can Tymna and draw a card. I think I hit his hand. What do we got? We got Time Spiral, Pull, High Tide, Fellwar Stone. High Tide doesn't do much by itself. It lets him pull from tomorrow for a big amount. Or Time Spiral is pretty dangerous also. I love the art on this Time Spiral. I think the draw 7 and untap is much worse for me than him spending a whole bunch of mana for a pull from tomorrow. Let's take that. Oh, I forgot I got mana for that. Yes. Black, whatever. Okay. Alright, he has to tap 2 things. And the Mox probably. Okay. The Ancient Tomb. Oh yeah, he doesn't want to take damage. He's got 6 mana. Can't do anything with Teferi. Can High Tide and then have a bunch of mana. He can capture, but then he still has to tap down 2 things. We don't have him dead next turn, unfortunately. Personal Tutor is pretty good too. He can actually cast the thing right off the top of his library. Kind of glad the Time Spiral is actually like exiled here. There are still a lot of ways that this can go bad for us. If we draw a land, 3, 6, 8, we can do. And he taps out because we can't. It's a big risk to attack with the Mother of Runes. But if we draw a land and he taps out, then we can Gavany Township and swing for the win. But we need to tap this Avacyn's Pilgrim. So that's a lot of ifs. I don't know if this Capture Gazinning does anything. Maybe if he pairs it with the High Tide and from the pull from tomorrow. We've been very disruptive to his game plan, but I'm not sure if it's enough. What's I think that's what we know about. probably seen this island. He played the Pluto Delta. So maybe we haven't seen the island. Maybe there's an island, I think. Although that's what he drew this turn. He is deep in the tank. Doing some math, I assume. Maybe looking at his deck and seeing what he can personal tutor for. Cyclonic Rift cost 8. At this point, he's been 4 minutes without an action. I'm going to pause and come back when he takes an action. Alright, he crafts the Polluted Delta. He's got a counterspell on top of his library, so he got rid of the personal tutor. Alright, he casts the capture. Still has to tap 2 things. Very dangerous to tap this Ancient Tomb for mana. I don't know if he's priced into it at this point. Okay, he's decided to tap it. Alright, an island on top of his library. Oh, geez, upheaval. It's not wholly bad for us. I guess with the High Tide, he can recast a bunch of stuff. So maybe that is actually really bad for us. Yep. Did he play land? He played an island. And then the rock for 2. And then the Felwar Stone. Ouch. All our disruption gone in one swoop. He discards a bunch of islands. Do I go for Avacyn's Pilgrim or Mother of Runes? I'm going for the Pilgrim to ramp our mana. All of these are really good. I need to discard 2 of them even. So I guess the Confluence and the Mother? Just don't know when I'm going to have time to recast it. I don't like doing that. Jeez. He's got a counter spell, like a literal counter spell, like the spell counter spell. All right. Um, Evens up the mana a little bit. So he's played that. Prodded his hand. All right. We no longer have the mother to protect that. Tango wire hits 4. It's so expensive right now, though. I guess I don't know if he's out of counter spells or not. So 1, 2, 3, 4 puts him down to 2 mana. No, something for 5. Alright, Future Sight. Alright. Does Jit help? Not as much as Tango Wire, I don't think. Can't force spike this. Trying to just close out this clock. Alright, Days. Cryptic Command Island. We want this one first. I think black greens are best. We saw the Days. Oh, Winter's Orb is so good, though. He can just cast it for free. He gets Cryptic Command next turn. no matter what we do. Let's just attack. I might just barely not be able to close this out. That's a big one. Still has to tap down 3. So I don't... Does he bounce the Revoker with the Cryptic Command? Savor the moment. Yeah, he has to discard. Want this one first. We're not doing anything with this township. This is tense. This is so close. The Ancient 2 was actually a really, really good draw. Alright. Alright. Let's not play into the days. Let's just play this guy. Oh, that sucks. Alright. One mana. Personal tutor. Can I turn that off next turn? So he untaps 1 by playing the Thorn. Land's really good. No, I can't turn it off. It's still really good. I maybe should have cast a creature, though. He's got... I'm not quite closing him out the way I wanted to. Another mana rock's really awful for me. And that one, jeez. Can't crack a fetch land. He's got to actually kill me in 3 minutes. He's dead to the Revoker. He does still have a cryptic command. Alright. What's your draw? One, two, three. So he's got enough to cryptic command. God dang it. He had the bounce spell anyways, or he had the counter spell anyways. I actually don't mind the Winter Orb being gone. He's probably just going to take another turn. Alright. Alright, at this point I have no place. So I'm just F6ing. He has 1 minute and 19 seconds to kill me. And I will absolutely take a win on time. Because he took 5 minutes. No, it's a personal tutor. Okay. Another turn. Wonder what his win condition is. Oh. He might actually get there. didn't cast an extra turn spell. Well, that's Phyrexian Revoker. Just making him take up time. Oh my god. Oh, feels bad, man. 2 seconds left on the clock. Jeez. Alright, got match 2. We're on the play. Playing against Baral. This looks very keepable. Especially on the play with a Sylvan Library that he can't force spike. I guess unless he missteps this. Beginning of your upkeep, you may look top card of your library. If it's a creature card, you reveal it and put a quest counter. What is this Baral deck? What am I looking at? I mean, Sylvan Library is still the best thing we can be doing. And I think I'm going to also play the Mother of Runes. He can force it, he can't daze it. He can daze this. Alright. Let me reveal it. Baral? If it's Baral, I will straight Grook. Alright. Baral with no open mana, I don't think is ever specifically very wise. Let's just... Not attacking with Mother Runes. That's not what you use Mother Runes for. I do not understand this quest for Ula's Temple. Yes, please. Put the lands on top. Play Bitter Blossom. Still not attacking. Always yield to that. Alright, let's put these lands back. Alright, so let's sacrifice a creature. Get... Oh. I thought I had Prowling Serpapart in my deck. I don't. I guess we can just take a look at his hand. What am I looking at? Alright, he can't cast Intuition yet. Let's take the Into the Royal. Probably Bayou is correct. He does have a Devastation Tide. That costs 5, so 6. Scourge of the Fleets costs 7. A Leviathan. I'm just so confused. Why Baral? Intuition? Three cards and reveal them. He is taking a long time to think about this one. I guess. All right. So the 5 mana one, right? Maybe we can get a Thorna Amethyst, make it even more expensive. That'd be fun. Alright, let's top a library. Let's pay 4. Oh, we gotta pay an extra mana. That's fine. Um, their life total's pretty low, but that's probably fine. Let's just get a brain maggot. Just tear apart his hand. Alright. Scourge, Inkwell, Devastation Tide. And then let's draw here. Alright. Oh, so the Deep Shadow doesn't really do anything. There's no creatures in the graveyard. But there might be. I don't think he's got a reanimation plan going on here. Let's play the Scavenging Ooze anyways. And that one. So he's got 2 lands in hand. Alright, no reason to Thalia's pretty good, both of them. Do we pay 4 life for one of these? Oh, he threw in the towel. Alright. There's just a ton of card advantage. We were just throwing at him. Alright, we got match 3. We're on the play. Playing against Brea. This looks pretty keepable. I don't mind a single card in my hand right now. Scavenging Ooze is probably the worst of them, but it's not bad. Get a Bayou with this one. Not Bayou. Scrubland. Make counterspells a little less profitable. Also, removal isn't great against this thing. Alright, Mana Rock. Oh, Jid is interesting. Fortunate to not be able to play Tymna, but this is a card advantage engine on its own. First time playing against Borreo in a while that they haven't had the Mox. Oh. I didn't gain 4 life. Alright. Play around days here. He's got black here. He's got 2 blue. He's got 2 white. He's got 2 red. Do you freeze? Alright. We draw a card. If you cast Brea, he can block with the flyers. Or if we cast Sidar, or if he casts Brea, we can cast Sidar. And he can block with the flyers. So maybe I just attack with a voice. It's not horrible. It's not super great, but it does draw us a card. Unless we draw a removal. Alright, we drew a land. So we definitely do want to draw a card. Guess Attack with both of these things. Means he can't exactly attack or block profitably. For some reason I can't talk. Alright, Thalia. Can kill Tymna. Can't really kill Sidar. This creature without flanking blocks this creature. Creature gets -1, -1. And also the Thopters actually can't block Sidar at all. Alright, yeah, I guess you... Alright, well, I'm not going to block Rhea. You can kill Tymna in combat to stop me from drawing cards. Otherwise, I can just recast Tymna. And for him to counterspell it, he's got to give me a voice token. All right. Not sure even Toxic Deluge is very good here. Alright, Swords. Okay, Swords kills that pretty profitably. So it's got to be a green creature. Ruminap? Alright, let's attack first. Yeah, that's the plan. We want to force him to do this. So, green creature. There aren't many in this deck. Lotus Cobras. Deathrite. I think Ruminap is probably it. I didn't play a land yet. I mean, he's had some pretty good draws himself. But yeah, my hand started out really good against him. He's complaining about I've had nut draws. My hand was fantastic when I first, my starting hand. You're gonna sack Brea and your talisman to kill my Romanap? That can only be good for me. Otherwise, he just loses all his mana. We're at 11. It's not a great position. He's at 16. Alright. I do not hate that one bit. Yeah, I guess you can't ever do anything with that. Does Tymna just get countered? I'd rather not take damage here. We also got Tymna down pretty early, and that's pretty good. Let's see if we can entice him. Into doing something here. It's brutal. Maybe I should have. No, I shouldn't have played a land first. Okay, we beat Brea by getting out really aggressive and keeping Tymna around as much as possible. Alright, we got match 4. We are on the play again. Against Captain Sisay. This looks pretty keepable. I think the Tango Wire should be pretty nice. Thalia also prevents them from ramping quite a few ramp spells with their mana. Alright, birds. Alright, I don't mind that. Let's get a Bayou. I like that play because it moves us forward while setting them back. Thoughtseize first. I think the Sylvan Library is probably the worst for us. The Cobra. Oh, he needs to draw mana. I still think this. We can Thalia, and we can just take the carry added. It's a particularly aggressive line. I don't know what we discard here. Do we discard the Garruk? Because Yeah, let's discard the Garuk. And attack. I guess if he draws the land, he can play the Sylvan Library. Alright, so he played the Lotus Cobra. I think I'm going to continue to be super aggressive here. I don't know, it seems a bit bold at this point. What can we crop rotation for? I don't know. I'd really like to Tymna. Then giving him... Maybe I should have taken the Sylvan Library. I think we do use this like that. And let's Tymna. Do we Tymna and keep crop rotation up? Guess we could crop rotation for Wasteland. That's pretty aggressive, isn't it? Do we get a play land? I didn't realize. I think we still crop rotation. Oh, we have a Thalia in play, so we have to do that. So crop rotation, sack the Temple Garden, get a Wasteland, and hit the Thespian Stage because it's a combo piece. Alright, let's attack. Brain Maggot lets us take something out of his hand. That's pretty good. I guess I'm the most worried about the Thalia actually right now. I was really thinking about doing the Tango Wire. But after the Brain Maggot, that seems the best. If he doesn't draw a land here... Oh, he drew a land, so he can Sylvan Library. But I think we can largely close my... He can't Grand Abolisher. Okay, so he gets a Signet. Alright. Probably should have waited to play a land until after combat. Which damage is this? It's not a super lot. They're small creatures. So 6. Alright. And Scrubland's fine. Tangle Wire. Alright, yeah, that shuts him out of the game. Alright, we got match 5. We're on the play. Playing against Baral. Especially with the Abrupt Decay, this hand looks very keepable. Do we lead with Deathrite? I think we do. Savannah, because we got this Underground Tomb. The Edict's pretty good too. I just have a ton going on here. Alright, Lonely Sandbar to start out. Oh, that's cool. Can we do that next turn? Attack for 1. If he doesn't play Baral, we can do that next turn. I don't know if it's worth it this early. Actually kind of shuts us out of the game, possibly, because we don't have any lands in our hand. As much as I'd like to Tymna... Yeah, let's Edict just because Abrupt Decay is going to be good later when he has mana untapped. We can Abrupt Decay still if we have to. We haven't drawn lands. It's a bit unfortunate. Alright, Medallion. That's a bit awkward. But I'm going to do it anyways. Alright. I'd like to draw land. Oh, that's not good. Well, we've got the Revoker right here. I would still like to draw a land. We've also got the Mother of Runes Protect the Revoker. Alright. Do we do the... Yeah, we gotta do this for 0. Let's attack him. I don't know, it's a thin margin when it's only 1 damage. He can't bounce just the Revoker. Alright. Do we try to Armageddon here? He almost certainly has a counterspell. I could play Sidar. This is actually supposed to be a Fetid Heath, but I don't own one. It would be much better as a Fetid Heath right now. I don't know. I don't think he ever really goes counterspells down. Maybe we just play the Armageddon to eat the counterspell. Alright. It's interesting. An instant or a sorcery. And it's the top of his library. This makes Deathrite Shaman a lot better. And we won. I think he realized what was Okay, so we learned that this deck is actually really, really good. So I reviewed match 1, and I do apologize. I should have played the Winter Orb again. I might have been able to win that match, and then I would have gone 5-0. But because he did not have the mana available to recast the Miscalculation, I just have F2 one too many times. It's really easy to do on the Magic Online client. I think I would have been able, because he tutored for a Force of Will later, and he'd already played a Daze, so I'm almost certain the Winter Orb would have resolved. So I don't know why he bounced it, so that was really strange. And he got a little lucky that I didn't replay it, because I think that was a big mistake on my part, and I probably could have won that match. But I'm obviously going to publish it as I went 4-1 anyways. But I could have gone 5-0. So this deck is awesome. Tymna is obviously the pivotal part of the deck. Tymna is awesome. And except for now that Vile Smash is gone, it's probably the best partner there is. And Sidar lets you make Tymna unblockable and other things unblockable. And there's just a ton of disruption and cool things that you can do. And Thalia and Thorn Amethyst are really cool. And Tangle Wire and Armageddon worked out for us a couple times. Like Tangle Wire and Armageddon both, I think they won us 2 games each. The Tango Wire was in match 1, and that didn't really win us the game. It definitely slowed him down a lot. It was really, really good. So, it's a really good deck. You should try it. I don't know why it's fallen out of favor recently. A lot of people are playing Tymna and Chrome. But I still think this is a pretty good deck. In my testing, I found it was pretty bad against Keranos. It's really hard to beat Keranos with this deck. So maybe the rise of Keranos, Keranos isn't that popular. And, it does have a somewhat difficult match against Brea, I would imagine. We had like a God Hand and then some really good draws. So let's go ahead and open these 4 treasure chests. We got a Painful Truce. I don't know if that's worth anything. And these cards are worth nothing. I don't think Painful Truce is worth a lot. We got a Vault of the Archangel. And nothing. And we got a City of Brass. City of Brass is definitely worth something. And a Tooth and Nail and an Aviary Mechanic. And we got some play points. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good night.